Terry's eyeglasses, take 2020.
I awoke in a daze, chained naked to an exam chair in what seemed to be a medical room. An assortment of dried fluids were caked to my body. The funk of what had to be months formed a hazy fog that lingered in the air. What is this?
Herman, stop the music. This is just something AI randomly produced. Now try to read it without Terry's eyeglasses.
I can't.
Okay. Read the next few sentences with Terry's eyeglasses.
My vision was worse than I remember it being, and I think I now had astigmatism. But I can make out what looked to be an optometrist with a whip coming towards me. I suddenly remembered going for an eye exam and an upgrade in my prescription at Anderson's Eyeglasses. Okay, this is weird and very specific. I'm not comfortable with this.
Herman, stop the music again. I assure you, this is AI generated. We at Terry's Eyeglasses had no input. We are almost done. Try again without Terry's eyeglasses.
I can't read anything.
Ah, perfect. And just read the last few sentences with Terry's eyeglasses. Then we are done, and you can keep the Terry's eyeglasses.
Good morning, sunshine, Dr. Anderson said. Aside from eye care, we also work on genetic mutations. Dr. Anderson then lunged at me. I raised up what used to be my human arm to block the doctor's syringe, only to see Dr. Anderson inject into what was now a tentacle. I sit here today in my black t-shirt and tentacle wrapped in a towel to tell... Hey now, you told me to wear this. Hey,
T-E-R-R-Y apostrophe S.
Oh, hey, now's not a good time. I just got word that someone I know, Gary Herman, was seriously injured in a boating accident and is in a coma. And that's how you fill up 2 beakers with grapefruit juice. This affects me because the person driving the boat was Curly Castle. And as you know, since Curly took a vow of silence, he hired my friend Harold Diction to accompany him everywhere and speak on his behalf. Apparently today, Curly had to get a lot off his chest, so much so that Harold lost his voice. That turned out to be a bad deal for Gary, because nobody could yell at him that the stern had been recently waxed. Before he fell, he cracked open his head, while he was attempting to grab and shake an angler's line as a joke. Even more so, a bad deal for me, because Harold was supposed to be in this video and narrate while we performed the drill. Instead, he's being questioned by police on Curly's behalf. So, basketball be with you, and also with you. My name is Larry Don Ronington, and this is Larry Don Ronington's basketball drills for beginners and/or enders. Today we're going to work on the square V dribble, and to do so we will work with my neighbor's kid, Chi-Chi.
No, dog.
Chi-Chi? Doggy? Doggy, how are you doing today?
Good.
My son couldn't be here today because he is on vacation in Enid, Oklahoma, with his aunt and uncle, who scheduled their activities around some apricot business they had to tend to while there. But Chi-Chi's a better basketball player anyway. Isn't that right, Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Cuckoo, caca, cuckoo, caca, cuckoo, caca.
It's good to have you here, Chi-Chi.
Before we do the square V dribble, we want to discuss taking care of our hands. Our hands are our livelihood when you create basketball drill videos. Doggy, do you know who else uses their hands for a living?
He's someone they try.
Correct. As a matter of fact, here's found footage of someone in HR on the use of hands in their line of work.
HR is one of the fastest growing job fields in the continental United States. If you work in HR, you know your livelihood depends on using your hands. Hamburger removal involves quickness, grip strength,
And dexterity.
Working in hamburger removal has forced me to take care of these. Otherwise, I come up empty-handed. Good luck in your career in HR.
Since I was 10 years old, I've always done one of three things that I've picked up along the way to take care of my hands before doing basketball drills.
Squish bananas. My uncle taught me this when I was 10 years old. The potassium rejuvenates the hands through acidic Dionysus, a clinical term my uncle threw around in front of my cousin and I and my grandmother.
My uncle was a lion exciter. He would try to rile up lions that had been tamed. Apple butter. When I was 16, an older woman named Claudia told me to spread apple butter on her.
1996, Beth Hastings had a choice: to care for her Aunt Sheila, who had always been there for her by getting Sheila the help needed to regain her health and vibrancy and extend her life, or produce apple butter. This year marks the 27th year Beth has produced high-quality apple butter at a reasonable price. Smooth to the touch, Beth's Choice apple butter delights all that partake.
And lick it off. When I told my grandma about this, she smiled and said that apple butter is the most sensual butter known to mankind, and told me to stock up on it before I saw the older woman the next evening. After a few months of lathering with apple butter, I could see a rejuvenation in my hands and in Claudia.
Introduce a raw, callous hand to my paw. At the age of 25, a novelty store owner slipped a rough plastic hand into my bag of purchases with a handwritten note that said, "Buy 2 packs of Trick gum, get a free switchblade comb." Everything he did for me that day made me the man I am today. I used the plastic hand to introduce a method of breaking down the hand and then building it back up.
Doggy, if you want to put that apple butter on your hands to get them loosened up. Get in. There you go. There you go. Now rub them together. Ooh, nice. This is a great drill for beginning your basketball odyssey, and a great drill if you are ending your basketball journey. For those of you ending basketball, hopefully it is because you're at death's door. Any other reason would be impractical. Die with a ball in your hand is what I say. For you enders, this drill will be the start of completing the circle of life.
Square V dribble. My name is Curtis Starferson with Curtis Starferson voiceovers. Should you need voiceover, a narration work for your project, please contact me. The voice inflections I offer are listed. Grab your basketball and begin by alternating hands, going back and forth from left to right. You can see the V that is being made with the basketball. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Look into Larry's eyes.
That was a square V dribble. Practice that until we return next time with a new drill. For those of you ending your time with us, we wish you a very peaceful day. Don't we, Chi-Chi, or Doggy? This has been Larry Don Ronington's basketball drills for beginners and or enders. For those of you ending your time with us, okay. That was a square. You hit the camera, buddy. Okay. Do you know who else uses their hands for a living? No, don't hit that. Just smile into the camera and wait.
Right here, doggy.
Right, doggy.
Wave to me.
Here, you getting the microphone. Puffy. Hold that till we're done, okay?
2.
Today we're...
Hi folks, this is Howard Herm from the House of the Not So Right.
Hi folks, this is Howard Herm with the House of the Not So Right.